everyone, what's up? It's Christina from the Glaser Tutoring Company, and today we're going to be solving a system of equations by the addition method. All right, so here we have a beautiful system of equations, right? We got two equations here, right? A system is defined as just having two or more equations that have some type of interaction with each other. So since they gave me two equations, this is the system. Now, I'm looking at these equations and I notice that they're linear lines because for each x value and each y value, they're both raised to the first. So if you got x's and y's that are both raised to the first, you know that you have a beautiful straight linear line. Now in this case, we need to solve for this system. What does that mean, right? Well, if these are two straight lines, which are linear lines, right? And they might be, they might have some type of interaction with each other or intersection. That's the solution. That's what you're solving for. You're solving for the point, the exact point in which these two lines cross paths with each other. That's all that you're doing. Isn't that fun? So in this case, all we're doing is we're finding that one point. And a point is always just an x and y coordinate. So that's why we got to just solve for the x and we got to solve for the y, but we got to do this via the addition method. So what's so special about the addition method? Well, sometimes the addition method is called the elimination method, but I like to do addition, right? The addition method basically means that you're going to try to get rid of one of your variables right off the bat. And how you do that is you got to match them up, right? If we're going to add these two equations and I want to get rid of the x variable, I got to make sure that these numbers are opposites of each other. So we're either going to try to get rid of x by making one a positive value and one a minus or a negative value. Or you could also do it for the y's as well. One has to be positive and one has to be negative. Because when you then add them up, and let's just say that you have, 3x and negative 3x, they cancel. So let's see. Now, a little tip here is that if you can get to a number by only manipulating one out of the two equations, I would do that. So I'm going to look at the x values. And I'm going to say to myself, okay, I got a 6 and a 2. Can I take one number and turn it into the other by multiplication? What do you think? Yeah, right? I could turn a 2 and get to a 6 by timesing it by 3. If I do that, I don't even have to touch the top equation. I just look at the y's as well. I got a 5 and a 6. Can't go from one to the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get rid of these x's. And what's the lucky number? 6. One of them has to be a positive 6, and the other one has to be a negative 6, so that when they add together, that's the addition method, you're adding them together, they will cancel out. So now the top one, I'm not even going to change, because that one has the 6 in it already. So 6x minus 5y equals negative 34. Now what am I going to have to do to the bottom one? Well, let's see. If this is the positive 6, I know that I have to have a negative, right? Because one's got to be positive, the other one's got to be negative. So 2 times what will get me that negative 6? Yeah, a negative 3. So you just got to be fair. If you times this one by negative 3, you got to times all of them by negative 3. So let's go. So we got the 6x, and then the minus or the negative 6x, and then just keep going. So negative 3 times 6 is a negative 18, and this is going to equal negative 3 times 4, which is negative 12. Okay, let's add them together. That's the addition method. 6 plus a negative 6, get out of town. Get out of here. But now let's just add the other two numbers, right? So negative 5 plus a negative 18. So what's that? Negative 23. So negative 23y, right? 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, yep. And then negative 34 plus a negative 12. So what's that? This is just addition. So 646. And now let's just get rid of that. But just, Christina, don't forget that negative in there. And we're going to divide on both sides by negative 23. Okie dokie. 23 goes bye-bye. And now we have y equals, what do we got? 46 divided by 23, that looks like 2 to me. They're both negatives, so y equals 2. All right, half of the piece of the puzzle. Done. So that is this. Let's bring this over, and maybe what I should do here, just to kind of gauge everything. This was equation 1. We didn't do anything with that one. And this one was equation 2. Equation 2. Okay. Bring this over. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll just say this one was 1 and this one was 2. Okay. Now, we have half of the piece of the pie done. We know that the y value is going to be that 2. But then the question is, I need to find that x value. How do I do that? Well, this is where you go back to your original equations. Now, choose whichever one you want. You can choose 1 or 2. Tip, choose the one that has the lower numbers, right? Lower numbers are easier to work with. I'm going to go for equation 2. Just because I don't really want to deal with that negative 34. So equation 2 is 2x plus 6y equals 4. We're going to plug in whatever that y value was. It was 2. So here we go. 2x plus 6 times that value equals 4. The value was 2, right? So 2x plus 12 equals 4. Let's just get that 12, push that over on the other side. We're going to just put a line here. We got 2x. This gets canceled out. Goodbye. 2x equals, what is that? 8, negative 8. Right? I think so. 4 minus 12. What's 12 minus 4? 2 and 2, so yeah, negative 8. And then just divide by 2. So divide by 2 on both sides. Negative 8 divided by 2. Sounds good to me, right? That's a negative 4. So x equals a negative 4. And now we have the other part. Woo woo! This is now a negative 4. So we could put this together because remember, we want to solve for that point. So the point is going to be negative 4, comma 2. Wasn't that exhilarating? I don't know. Math to me, I like it. I think it's like a puzzle, right? Just me and the numbers, just one with the numbers. I don't know, I might be a little kooky though. But I hope this helped. Thank you so much for viewing the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It just helps, the YouTube algorithm or whatever it is to just get the word out there that this channel exists. Like the video, tell your friends, tell your classmates. I'm so glad that, this channel is helping you guys out in your classes. We got physics and chem videos on the channel as well. So you could always check that out there as well. Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to Maricela. Thank you so much for being a member to the channel. Your support means a lot to my brother and me, and we're thrilled to have you be a part of this amazing community. Memberships are open on the channel, and if you want to become a member, just click that join button, which can be found below on any video if you're watching on your desktop, or it can be found on the overall channel page too. For all of you that want your name shown in the video, don't forget to choose the gold tier or higher. Thank you so much for considering, and have a great day. Talk to you in the next lesson. Bye-bye!